episode 1 of this series, and we are doing the Kobe Bryant era. So Michael Jordan is on his way out. Kobe and Shaq are on the Lakers. Tim Duncan on the Spurs. You know how it is. This league is absolutely stacked at this time. LeBron James, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony, they're all in the draft class. We're going to be the Denver Nuggets, see how many championships we can win. I've already done 2 seasons with this Kobe Bryant era without recording or anything like that. So these first 2, I'm just going to simulate it and simulate real quick, get a team I like, and then we'll get into where I'm actually playing games, player locking. Should be a bunch of fun. So stay tuned. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. That way you get notified whenever we drop any more videos, whether it's shorts on other games or continuing this series. I'm excited to play a bunch more of this one. But first, let's take a look at the draft class. Here we go. I already said the big ones. LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade. After that, it's not the greatest. This draft was definitely top heavy with LeBron still playing nowadays, which is absolutely crazy. 40 years old and still doing pretty good in my opinion. You know, not the best player in the league right now, but definitely up there still, I would have to say. But before we start simulating everything, let's take a look at who's on whose team right now. Here's our team. We're not going to go through every team, but I will look at the best players in the league after this. We got Juwan Howard, Marcus Camby, Nene, Posey. I mean, this team isn't great. In real life, Carmelo Anthony went here, and for good reason. This team absolutely sucks. We'll see what happens. We'll maybe make some tweaks, but like I said, we're simulating everything and getting through it. But let's go look at the best players in the league right now. It starts off number 1, Tim Duncan on the Spurs, 90 overall. Oh my gosh, he's an absolute stud. And then Kobe and Shaq on the same team. Big ticket, Kevin Garnett, Tracy McGrady, Allen Iverson, Dirk Nowitzki. I mean, this is just incredible. Super cool to look at. Just reminds me of the good old days when I was a kid. Ben Wallace, Paul Pierce. I mean, there it is. Michael Jordan, 39 years old. He might play 1 more year. I think he does, maybe 2. I'm not sure. But let's go. Let's see what happens in the simulation. I'll stop at the playoffs. We'll see who wins the championship, and then we'll simulate the next season after that. Before we get to the playoffs, we have to look at the awards. And the MVP of the league goes to Shaq, and he's on the Lakers. 29.2 points, 15 rebounds, almost 3 blocks a game. Pretty much unstoppable. Next award, Rookie of the Year. That goes to Yao Ming. That guy was an absolute monster. 16.8, 13 rebounds. Just pretty dang good year as a rookie there. 6th man goes to Mike Miller for the Magic. Just once again, cool to look at seeing these old school players. Ben Wallace on the Pistons. I mean, he was able to play defense, that's for sure. 18.5 rebounds a game in the league this year. Ricky Davis for the Cavs for, most improved player. Don Nelson, head coach of the year, whatever. It is what it is. Executive of the year, who knows, who cares. But once again, Shaq for the MVP. He beat us some good players like Tim Duncan and Kobe Bryant. But now, let's get to those playoffs. All right, I had to take my face away so you can see the whole picture, but we got Lakers, the 1 seed in the West, and the Pacers, the 1 seed in the East. Our record was 30-52. We weren't the worst team in the league, but we weren't that good either. But Lakers versus Warriors, that should probably be a cakewalk for the Lakers. Kings and Minnesota Timberwolves, Chris Webber against Kevin Garnett. That is pretty freaking sweet. Over there on the East, you know, the Celtics against the Pacers. You got Allen Iverson against Tracy McGrady. That would be one heck of a matchup. So let's see what happens in this first round. Absolutely crazy first round. The 8 seed Boston Celtics beat the Pacers, the number 1 seed, in 7 to advance to take on the Pistons. And then you got Allen Iverson beating Tracy McGrady to take on the Knicks in round 2. Lakers will be taking on the Suns. Suns just put a beat down on the Spurs. That was pretty easy. Kevin Garnett did a good job against Chris Webber and the Kings there, and Dirk beats the Clippers pretty easily. So Mavericks against the T-Wolves, Lakers against the Suns, Pistons against the Celtics, and the 76ers against the Knicks. Let's see what happens in round 2 now. Suns pull off an incredible upset over the Lakers and beat them in 5. Pretty easy, looks like there. So maybe Kobe and Shaq are already beefing. And then Kevin Garnett, KG beats Dirk in 7. That was a pretty close matchup there. The 76ers, Allen Iverson, he did his thing against the New York Knicks, and now he will be taking on the Pistons, who beat the Celtics. So here's the conference finals. I'm not sure who's going to win this one. This is kind of crazy. No 1 seed or 2 seed, kind of the middle of the pack teams. I'm hoping AI goes against Amari Stoudemire and the Suns, but we'll see what happens. I didn't call it, obviously. We got the Pistons against the Suns. Suns don't know how they beat everybody so easily. I mean, they've lost, 2 games in this series, in this playoff series so far. 1 against the Lakers and now 1 against the Kevin Garnett and the Timberwolves. But they will be taking on the Pistons, and that's a bad team with Ben Wallace, Chauncey Billups, and Rip Hamilton. Should be an interesting. Let's see who wins it all. The championship goes to the Phoenix Suns. In that NBA Finals, They didn't lose a game. They lost 2 games all freaking playoffs. That's it. They absolutely rolled. They had Stephon Marbury, Sean Marion, Amari Stoudemire, Penny Hardaway gets a championship. Just absolutely crazy. Well, that's as long as everybody was still on the team, if somebody got traded or whatnot. But that's that for that season. We'll get through the playoffs, or not the playoffs, but the offseason pretty quick and simulate again. That way we can get to, me actually playing some games. Here are the lottery odds, the draft lottery. This should be interesting. Trailblazers 1, Heat 2, Bucks 3, Cavs 4. Cavs another chance to get LeBron James. We were 6, so we don't got a great chance at getting one of the 4 great players, but who knows? Let's see what happens. Here are the results. We slipped even from 6th now to 7th. Not good for us at all. The Pistons, they were just in the finals and they get the 6th spot, which probably doesn't help because you don't get one of the top 4 guys. But the Heat, can LeBron James already go to Miami? What an interesting turn of events. Bulls, Hawks, Trailblazers. Let's see who everybody picks up. An absolutely no-brainer. LeBron James to the Miami Heat already. I doubt he wins titles right away, but who knows? He will absolutely dominate this league for the time to come. Dwayne Wade is going to Chicago with the 2nd pick. He'll be playing for the Bulls. Number 12 looks definitely funny on his jersey, but it is what it is. Who knows? Maybe the Bulls can also get Derrick Rose later on in this series that we got going on. That would be just an incredible team with Dwayne Wade and Derrick Rose going to the Bulls. But let's see who the Hawks take. And they take Carmelo Anthony. Absolute stud. He should be able to get a bunch of buckets. Hopefully he can get a championship. I really want to trade for him because he's one of my favorite players to play with in the game, and I would like to get him one, but we'll see what happens. It will not be easy to get that. Let's see if the Blazers take Chris Bosh, which I doubt. I bet they will. And he does. The Blazers select Chris Bosh. Should be a decent pickup. Blazers don't have a great roster. They were supposed to potentially get LeBron James. LeBron in the Pacific Northwest would have been cool, but they get Bosh. Let's see what happens. But now let's jump to our pick with the Nuggets. I didn't like any of the guys left, so we're going to make a trade. We're trading this pick, the 7th pick, for the Boston Celtics first round pick in 04 and 05. There's definitely guys in those drafts that I like, so hopefully it plays out and works in our favor, but we will see in the time to come. Time to sign some people in free agency, and we need some help. We got some cap room, so we're looking good there, but our team sucks, so let's see what we can do. We got some good guys on this right here. We're on our test. Rip Hamilton, not too bad, and Gilbert. If I can get Rip and Gilbert, that would be a pretty lethal duo, I think, there in the backcourt, because we got nobody. So let's see what happens. We picked up 3 players. We got Gilbert Arenas, absolutely an amazing score, 89 overall, went up 6 for this player progression time. Desmond Mason went up 2. We picked him up, and down there, Steve Smith, we picked him up as well. So our team's a little bit better, nothing special, but maybe we can, not be one of the worst teams in the league. So let's get into the next season. Year 1 is in the books. Year 2 now starting up already, simulating these things so I can get into year 3 and actually start playing some games. It's going to be a ton of fun with this team. We got Gilbert Arenas on the Nuggets. Picked up another guy, so I'll show you my team here in just a little bit, but LeBron James already on the Miami Heat, his rookie year. Dwayne Wade on the Bulls, just going to be an incredible season. So we'll simulate, but before simulating all this, we'll look at, like I said, my roster, and we'll also look at the best players in the league and see which draft class is coming into this one. Here's the roster for the Nuggets. We got Gilbert, 89 overall. He should be pretty good. Followed by Marcus Camby, good down low post guy. Desmond Mason, I just did a trade for Joe Johnson. ISO Joe, they call him. I love him. He can absolutely score in buckets in this game. So we should be pretty good. Maybe make the playoffs, hopefully, but I'm not quite sure. Kind of depends on Gilbert. So now let's take a look at the rest of the rosters. Not a whole bunch of changes. Kobe Bryant's now 98 with Tim Duncan. Tracy McGrady, 97 overall at 6'8". Holy smokes, that's going to be tough to guard. And you still got Chris Webber, Vince Carter, and those guys. Gilbert Arenas already way up there. Yeah, I got a chance. Let's just say that. Jermaine O'Neal, Yao Ming, 23 years old, 88 overall. Tony Parker, 21 years old, 88 overall. Holy smokes, these guys are developing quickly. So this is definitely going to be interesting. Now let's go take a look at the guys in this draft. Not a great class, but I do kind of like it. We got Dwight Howard, Emeka Okafor, and moving on down, Josh Childress, Tony Allen, great defender. If we can pick him up, that would definitely help Gilbert. Ben Gordon can get some buckets late in the draft, and that's the guy I think I'm going to be trying to get. We should be able to get him pretty easy. Josh Smith, I absolutely love him. Throw it down, play defense. Maybe later on in his career hit threes. I know he did in real life, but I don't know if that happens in the video game. J.R. Smith, oh my gosh. If he's on, he's on. If he's off, well, who knows. Kevin Martin. So we got some guys in this one. But now after seeing everything, let's get into simulating. Let's get to these awards real quick. Once again, Shaq. MVP of the league. Points went down a little bit. Rebounds, I think, went up a little bit. So another good year. Got a feeling the Lakers are probably right there in the playoffs again. And then Rookie of the Year. Look at that. LeBron stinking James. Rookie year and 24 points, 6 rebounds, almost 6 dimes, 2 blocks, and 2 steals. Holy smokes. That's really good. He's going to be definitely hard to stop. 6-man Matt Harpering. Oh my gosh, crazy. Defensive Player of the Year. So you get MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. Shaq's dominating this for us. Most Improved, Richard Jefferson. Not bad, not bad. Coach of the Year, Otis Newman. No idea. Not a clue. Once again, doesn't matter. Shaq MVP. Now, let's go look at those playoffs. Here they are, number 1 seed again, the Los Angeles Lakers. They'll be taking on the Jazz, and look at that. Number 5 seed in the West, the Denver Nuggets. We made a huge improvement, and we're here now taking on Dirk. We'll see what happens. If we get close to the conference finals or in the NBA finals, maybe I'll take control of some games and we'll play some games, but we'll just keep simulating for now. Clippers and Kings, Spurs against the Rockets, Tim Duncan against Yao Ming, and the Chicago Bulls. Oh my gosh, Dwayne Wade, year 1, and he is on the path already for greatness. I mean, 1 seed, Dwayne Wade, but they're down there at the bottom, the 2 seed, LeBron James and the Miami Heat. They made some differences for their team. That is freaking pretty special. Then you got the Celtics against the Pistons, Nets versus the Hornets, so it should be pretty interesting. Let's get into round 2. And we get eliminated pretty easily by the Mavericks. 4-game sweep, we're done. But nice to get into the playoffs there. Lakers take on Dirk, and then the Spurs will be taking on Chris Webber, and the Kings, Dwayne Wade. 5 games and he advances, so he's moving on. He's going to be taking on the Detroit Pistons, and then down there, LeBron James also advances. Year 1, LeBron James going against Dwayne Wade, maybe in the Eastern Conference Finals. Wow, just wow. But LeBron will be taking on the Nets with the Heat there, so let's get down with this round and see what happens for the Conference Finals. The Lakers get bounced again. It's going to be the Mavericks against the Spurs. Tim Duncan against Dirk Nowitzki. Oh my gosh. I mean, that happened how many different times in the playoffs? Pretty cool to see. And there it is. Dwayne Wade against LeBron James in the Eastern Conference Finals, their rookie year. I can't believe it. That is just absolutely incredible. Let's see who advances. And I hit the wrong stinking button. Oh my gosh. It's game 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals. I was going to dive into it just to watch LeBron and Dwayne Wade cook and see what happens. But the Heat won. So Dwayne Wade goes to the finals and takes on the Mavericks. And the Mavericks beat them. Mavericks, NBA champions for this round. Here's the draft over. We got Suns number 1, Seattle Sonics number 2, and New York Knicks number 3. Not sure what's going to happen here. Dwight Howard and Amari Stoudemire on the Suns at the same time. Not sure about that. Maybe they take Okafor, but I highly doubt it. So that could be interesting. Lob City early in Phoenix. And then the Sonics, before they leave and become the Thunder, who are they going to grab? Maybe they'll get somebody amazing. Not sure. But let's get into the draft. First pick, like I said, Dwight Howard to the Phoenix Suns. Amari and Dwight. Oh boy, Lob City everywhere. I tell you what. Yep, the Sonics are doomed. Emeka Okafor. They're going to OKC for sure. We made a small move and lucked out. We moved up to like the 14th pick, getting rid of a guy, and we were able to select Josh Smith, so we'll take him now. We select Sebastian Telfair with the 21st pick out of high school. I liked him coming out of high school. His career didn't develop, but I'll take him in a video game and we'll see what happens. Here's what our team looks like for next season in episode 2. So we got Gilbert Arenas, 93 overall, absolute stud, one of the best point guards in the game. We ended up picking up Jamal Crawford in free agency. Pretty nice pickup there, along with Gerald Wallace and Jonathan Bender. So should be an interesting team. We got Josh Smith and Sebastian Telfair. So I feel pretty good about this, pretty confident we should make a deep run in the playoffs. But make sure to hit like and subscribe, that way you can get notified anytime we drop a video short next episode for this series. But thank you again for watching, and I see you again.